How about this? It comes in its own oak casket, which they assure me is sustainably grown. Vintage, 1971. The wine was laid down in the cellars, and I think, if you read between the lines, they just forgot about it. And it aged on lees, and it was released as a 50-year-old wine. It's the first time I've ever seen Champagne release a wine that's 50 years old. Now, the origins of this style goes back to 1952, when Lily Bollinger would use the 52 to serve to her guests in 1962, and so she created a style called Recently Disgorged. So they started with the Recently Disgorged, but this wine just came out of nowhere, arrived in Australia last year. So it's had 50 years on lees. Now, if you were Brad Pitt or Angelina Jolie and you went to a champagne house, they would go out of their way, if possible, to serve the wine of your birth year. And so it sounds so glamorous, the wine of your birth year, your best champagne, best conversation. But what they never tell you is that those wines have spent their entire time, until you get to drink them, aging on lees. So this is my one chance to live the life of the rich and famous and taste a wine that resembles fairly closely what would happen if I was to go there and they were to serve the wine of my birth year. So what is the best way to get an old bottle of champagne open? It's to use these grippers, because they give you fantastic. Now, turn the bottle. Don't wrestle with the cork. Turn the bottle, and that's what I'm doing. And then my right hand is solely there to control the trajectory of this 90 psi pressure inside, and I want it to come out with a sigh like an opera singer finishing a note. Well, okay, nearly. But not bad. Colour. I love the smoke that comes out of these wines. Okay, that is seriously evolved old champagne. Really golden. I'm looking for green tints. There's just a little bit of green there, but look, that is the colour of a fully mature wine. Underlying acidity, richly complex, yeastiness on the finish, a complex set of preserved fruits. There's a bit of sorbet there, but it's darker, cooked rhubarb, cooked raspberry, and then the finish is all yeast, all yeastiness, all yeast lees. Now the story goes that humans like yeast lees because it resembles the enzyme that's secreted in mother's milk that allows children to attach. And the great Max Lake, a Sydney winemaker and vigneron and hand surgeon, wrote several books, and he postulated in there that part of the appeal of Chardonnay and Champagne lies in the fact that the same enzymes that appear in mother's milk are appearing in this wine. So this is mother's milk for some of us. So mother's milk for me, cheers to you, and here we go.